Okay, Nokia came Monday morning. They announced a couple of new phones in their E-series range. I think most people are probably aware of the enterprise background of those phones, but they've done something slightly different here. Leo's joined us up here above the fray at the World Congress. Show us a couple of the features. Tell us a little bit more about these phones. Leo, what's different about these two phones, the E75, the E55?
I'm glad you actually touched on the point there about enterprise, and I think previously a lot of people have come to think of that's what E-series is, it's about enterprise. And what we've really been seeing with the new announcements, it's moving away from just being about enterprise. Enterprise is important, and these devices have all of the features that are associated with enterprise-focused devices, but it's really more about efficiency and productivity, and finding out people don't need to be just efficient in their business lives, people want to be efficient in their personal lives as well. And as messaging becomes more mainstream and people interact with the web a lot more, then they're starting to use devices like this. The E75 is our flagship messaging product. It's got real desktop email functionality. It's a new email client, so there's a whole bunch of great new features. It's full support of HTML. You can work in your inboxes, and what's great about it, it's a real solution. It's not just a device. With Nokia Messaging on board, which is a service that allows you to push all of your consumer email accounts directly into your phone as well. So combined with the corporate accounts we have, like direct access to Microsoft Exchange and IBM Lotus Notes, you can now get your Gmail, your Windows Live Mail, your Yahoo Mail pushed directly into the phones as well. And so it really is the ultimate email experience. For Nokia E55, what we did is we took a learning from the Nokia E71, which has been so successful, really one of our greatest products, and we've tried to make QWERTY even smaller. And we thought the only way we were going to be able to do this was to go with a new compact QWERTY keyboard, which is what we've done. And what we've created is the world's most compact messaging device. I mean, it really is. It really is small, and it's got all the great email messaging features that I've spoken about with the E75 as well. So we've removed having to know your POP and IMAP and port numbers. All of that complication is gone. With the corporate email side, that varies because a lot of the server support function comes from Microsoft or IBM, but it is still very quick and efficient. You need to know your server name and your username and your password, and it pulls it all down for you as well.
Do operators look on this as something that, yeah, it's going to drive data usage and that's good, or do they worry that customers get a step removed from them into Nokia services and messaging, and they might lose hold of them that way?
Operators are an essential part of the ecosystem, and I think that's exactly what it's all about. I mean, we work with operators very closely. We work with companies like Microsoft and IBM very closely, which creates a nice, solid ecosystem, and I think we're all just focused on what's best for consumers, and that's the best way to keep everybody happy. And so, absolutely, I mean, there's support there for the services and the solutions, and we can see that in a number of cases.
Okay, let's have a look at how the phones work then.
Sure. Okay, so I mean, here you can see from the home screen that we've got everything available. There's my Outlook Exchange email, there's a link to my Gmail, and there's any upcoming calendar appointments there. So if we just orientate the device to something that you'd use it probably more when you are emailing, and just go into and you see it pulls all of your mails down. As you go into the email, the most commonly used functions are just a click away. So reply, forward, mark as read. If you want to move to a folder, this also email has full subfolder support in your inbox as well. So you're able to do a lot. Full HTML email to view, and you can also sort by anything that you would do on your desktop email. So if you wanted just to sort by attachments, it'll sort and it'll pull them all around that way. You can set this email up to, if you want it always on as push. If you want it to update every 15 minutes, you can set the schedule, because if you don't want to look at it on the weekends, etc. So if you go into there, what you'll see here is that if you do, I don't have any inbox subfolders, but if you did, they would come up here as well. You can look through all your folders, and then there are the two other email accounts that I have associated with this device. So my Mail on Ovi account and my Gmail account. And you can work exactly the same way as you would work with this Microsoft Exchange email that you work with this as well. So that's pretty much the email solution that we've got there. What is quite a nice feature is that what we found, E71 was the first device to have this, but there's the contacts find straight from the home page. So if I was to find a colleague, you just start typing their name, and the predictive text sorts out. And then you're able to interact with them exactly the same way as you are, and that works in the full QWERTY mode, and it works with the standard phone keypad as well. So this is the Nokia E55, Nokia's first device with a compact QWERTY keyboard, and the most compact messaging device that we make. As you see, it's incredibly thin and incredible standby time. It really is built around the battery. It's up to a month standby time, which is really amazing. And you'll find with this type of customer, oftentimes they don't want to miss meetings if they've left their phone, if they've left their charger at home, and this offers such a great standby time for that, and great talk time as well. You'll see here we've got a bunch of different reminders set up. Search the internet, search for a telephone number. Also, what you can do straight from the home screen is search your corporate directory as well, which is really great. The full email client, and then as I said, compact QWERTY keyboard, which can be set to a number of different predictive text input, or with the standard 2-click per letter. So that's Nokia E55.